All right, welcome everybody to this demonstration of in-app notifications from Microsoft Power Apps, model-driven apps. My name is Ali Yousefi. I'm a Dynamics 365 and Power Platform customer engineer, and I am co-presenting with my colleague, Casey Morris. And we are going to, go ahead, Casey. Why don't you give an introduction?
Hello, everyone. Yep, thanks, Ali. I am also a part of the Microsoft Customer Engineer team with Ali, and excited to be included here today for this demonstration.
Thank you, Casey. On our agenda today, we're going to quickly just cover the objectives of this video. We're going to cover an overview of in-app notifications, how to set it up, how to send notifications, including how to broadcast notifications across an entire org. I'll look at some sample code we have in part of a GitHub repository, and then we'll actually demo it. So we'll take a look at it in action. So our session objectives today are understand how in-app notifications work, how to set them up, and how to broadcast notifications. So quick overview of in-app notifications. Well, they're from model-driven apps, and they tie with Dynamics 365, as you're probably well aware, model-driven apps being coupled with Dynamics 365. Well, they provide notifications within Dynamics 365, provide powerful and extremely flexible way to communicate with an organization's user base. They provide administrators the capability to send actionable tasks and meaningful insights to users. As you can see in that image below, we have a toast notification that is shown up for a user that welcomes them to the world of app notifications, including a bell to alert them of this here. And you can see a user can go in and quickly X out that if they want, or they can pin it as well. So this is a quick overview of what it looks like there. Let's give an example. So in this case, we have case management with the alert notification in the masthead. We could see number 1 shows up. We have a case, which opens up a case record link here, review case. So we can click that and quickly go to a record within Dataverse. You can also email a customer and actually launch applications on our clients, such as Outlook here. As you can see, we are able to quickly launch that. So you'll see the alert notification with how many alerts you have, and you have information about SLA expiring on a case, for instance, and being able to open the case record or email a customer directly from the case record. For opportunity pipeline, for instance, you may want to review an opportunity near close. In this case, we have a new cargo opportunity that is nearing close. We want to make sure that we address this one because it does have a high estimated revenue there, so we can review the opportunity. We can also provide links to SharePoint documentation, such as discount rates for 2021 or what have you, so you can quickly give your users the capabilities to review opportunities and to take action by giving them the materials they would need to maybe provide some discount rates, provide something to help get that opportunity into a successful closure. Finally, for project operations management, we have an example of a user who has input expenses for a project they're working on, and they get a notification showing that their expense may have conformed to company policy. So for instance, they may have submitted an on-site expense where they didn't attach receipts or update an expense. Well, we can quickly link to the expense record, as you can see here, as well as open up attach receipts, take us to a related table within the expense itself, right? So we can go to the attachments and add, images of receipts that we may have incurred during our on-site. Those are 3 examples where notifications can quickly help users, take action on things they need to take action on. So to set up, we have a few options here in the documentation from the product group. We have the ability to set it up with JavaScript in the browser. So an administrator can log into the particular model-driven app, open up developer tools. Typically, this is using F12, but they can click on developer tools, go to the console tab, and input the JavaScript that's shown within the documentation, which will run a post call against the Dataverse API to allow notifications early access and set that to true. Well, some of us may have multiple organizations or environments we want to turn this on for. What we can do is leverage capabilities such as PowerShell or Power Apps, or excuse me, Power Automate to be able to achieve this. So this is an example here. We're showing how with PowerShell we can log in. We can loop through each one of our modules we have by using the Dataverse API in the app modules table. get the modules, loop through each one, and set the allow notifications early access as shown here. And this code that we're showing is available within the sample code repository that we'll show you a little later. If you want to set this up with Power Automate for more of a low-code solution, you can do that as well using the Dataverse connector. You can use the list rows to, again, connect to the app modules. In this case, it's the friendly name, which is model-driven apps. Select name and user unique name. In this case, we're filtering specifically to Sales Hub. You can collect all of them and then loop through each one. As shown here, we can list the rows and loop through each one and say save setting value, which is using the perform an unbound action connector action there. Save it, and inside of here you have the ability to again set the right flag and have that set. So once you set it up, let's see what you can really do with it in terms of setting notifications. In this case here, we have the ability as an administrator to create or use a Power App, right? A Canvas-driven app that allows us to work with the notifications table. So notifications table is where the in-app notifications are housed, and administrators can add records to that. As we show here, we're using the patch function for the notifications table, and we're setting the properties of the notification, such as what's the title, what's the body, how long is the notification going to be available in the application. And one of the better practices is to explicitly set this expiry time to a time where it will remove from the system. This will remove the record from the system. Setting that to be, a smaller amount will allow us to not have bloat within the table that has the notifications. Owner is who's going to be the owner of the notification, meaning who's actually going to receive the notification. Icon type, we have multiple icon types, from alerts to warnings to errors to even custom icons that you can add to the platform and use as web resources. What kind of toast type is it? Is it going to show up as a timed toast? Is it not going to show up? And then what's the data within? What's any of the action, the clickable links that you can take for? So for instance, uploading expenses or opening documents in SharePoint. What we have here is an image of a Power App that's included with the sample code that allows us to add a title, add a body, add the expiry, an icon with a pick list, toast with a pick list, and then pick a particular user. In our case, we use Alan as our test user here, as the demo will do. But we've also extended this out to use this with broadcast. So one of the use cases we have is I need to not only send this notification to Alan, but maybe the entire organization. So what we have here is a Power App that will allow you to toggle an all user switch. When you click send notification, it will look to see if the all user toggle is enabled or not. If it's not enabled, it will simply use the patch with the user that's picked here. If it is toggled, it will kick off a Power Automate flow, which will loop through each one of the users and send the notification. Down here, we have the click button action. So this is where we can say open SharePoint document, open opportunity, provide a URL to the opportunity, and so forth. And this can be modified within Power Automate with rich business logic that can be included inside of there. Here's an example of the Power Automate, the workflow that we have here. We see that a request is received. We're going to get all users that have the read-write access that we want. Read-write is the interactive users that we want. And we're going to add notification. We're going to add to the table for each user that we have, and then we'll respond back to our Canvas app. This allows us to broadcast notifications to every user who has the correct permissions to receive notifications here. So let's go into a demo of this app. So we see here is the app. This is actually a custom page that can be embedded in a model-driven app as well. So we have our title and body and so forth here. All of this is going to be tied to a button that on select, we will use patch. So patch will hit the notifications, and you can see notifications within this table here. We have notifications, we have users, teams, and we have a flow that we will use for broadcasting in-app notifications. Since we're only sending to Alan, we're going to use patch, which will create a record for us. We can send a title, which is tied to our title box. The body, the expiry, all these settings here. This will allow us to click this button and send one. We're actually going to try this out. So we're going to try one. Casey, can you give me a title that I should add to this notification?
Sure. So let's say we have a new opportunity pending action
Mhm.
for airway bills.
Okay. New opportunity pending action for airway bills. Perfect. See, I see, and we'll choose, what icon should we choose here?
What do you think? Either the info or the warning
Let's
icon,
try
maybe?
info, because we did have warning. I want to make sure this is a live demo here. And we'll do an open opportunity. We'll say open airway bill opportunity. And then how about airway bill discount, just to show that it's unique here. So we'll send it. This is just a notification I have for debugging here that I'll show you. So we now, as an admin, we have sent a notification to Alan. We can even send more to other folks if we want, Molly, for instance, and send notifications. So let's go see what Alan sees. So here is Alan. You can see there's Alan here. We're going to go look. He's in sales activity dashboard. He's doing all his work, doing a lot of great work here, looking at activities, doing, looking at, oh, I got a call a customer here, everything looking good, doing some account work here, some contacts. And he's doing some lead work and so forth here. So he's just doing all of his work as you would expect to see. And then we're just sort of kind of waiting to see whenever the notification will eventually show up for Alan. So in this case, it's showing up here. We'll just take a look. Oh, there we go. New opportunity pending action. So we did a timed toast here, but now I can see open airway bill opportunity, open airway bill discount with my info. So I can click the open airway bill opportunity, and lo and behold, we are going directly to our opportunity. We have the ability to open the discount, which opens up a SharePoint we had with our discounted information. This is a data sheet we have for building solutions with Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. So that is the example of the app. If we were to look at the actual Power App itself, we would see, or excuse me, the Power App, the solution we would have. I'm pulling that up right here. We can see, move this over. We have in the solution that's available to GitHub repo, we have the app notification app that we just showed. We have our Cloudflow for setting the value, and we have two from the Power App and to all users. So if I want to broadcast to all users here, let's click on this one and take a look. I can get all, this one's taking a request. It has a payload here. So this allows me to kick this off from a plugin, a Power App, another Power Automate flow, even something like an integration that we may have, right? So I get all my users that I need, and then for each user, I can check, make sure they're a user here, and then add this notification and add all the mappings here and so forth, and then respond back. So this is this one. The one we want to use for the that we use in the Power App is this one here that says respond to Power App. And you'll see what's a little bit different with this one is that this one's specific for Power App, and it has these different icons or these different input parameters here. And then we're checking to see if it's all users or not, and then going in and adding to each one there. But using the add new row for notifications, it allows us to do that. And then we can loop through each one, add new row and so forth here. So notifications is the table you'll want to use, and add new row. Get row will get us the team. In this case, we're going to send to a specific team and loop through each user and then send it there. So that is the demo here. Go ahead and move towards the end. Well, hope this has been helpful, and we'll go ahead and cut the recording. Thank you for joining.